When it comes to gut health, almost everybody knows that medications like antibiotics will affect the health of your gut. But what most people are not aware of is the fact that stress will impact your gut health far much more than antibiotics will. So how does this happen? So this is got to do with the stress hormones, in particular cortisol. When you are stressed, you've got high levels of stress hormones like cortisol. So stress is something that you cannot avoid. So you have to learn how to deal with stress. High cortisol will make sure that it disrupts things like your circadian rhythm, because what happens is the turnover of these gut bacteria, they happen during your sleep. So when you are stressed, your sleep is not good, and then you get this problem where during your sleep you get an overgrowth of these undesirable bacteria, things like candida or C. diff, and then also you get a reduction of the beneficial bacteria. And the moment you do that, you create these the loosening of the tight junctions, something called leaky gut, which most people are very aware of. So now you've got leaky gut, and when you've got leaky gut, that means that is the beginning of inflammation, because what happens if you've got leaky gut, you get all these food particles that are called antigens, and certain bacteria, they're going to leak through the leaky gut, and then they're going to activate the immune system, because when we talk about inflammation, we're talking about the immune system. So you get an immune system upregulation, and you get systemic inflammation, which is like low-grade continuous systemic inflammation. So what's important is to learn how to deal with stress. Things like breath work, okay, and also taking things like adaptogenic teas and adaptogenic herbs. But what is important is for you to know that continuous stress, which is not regulated, is almost like you taking little doses of antibiotic all the time, and you disrupting your gut bacteria. And we know that when the gut bacteria is disrupted, so in other words, there's dysbiosis, there isn't a balance, there isn't enough diversity of the gut microbes, and also there is too much of the bad bacteria. And this is a situation where this is how you create inflammation. And without an intact lining of the gut, without balancing the gut bacteria, you have got basically a gut issue, which also becomes a long-standing problem because it causes inflammation. And all chronic diseases, whether it's high blood pressure, or maybe it's even dementia, or even Parkinson's, all of them have got a root in a leaky gut. So leaky gut is something that you want to deal with, you want to avoid. You can't avoid it, you can't avoid stress, but what I'm trying to say is you must learn to acknowledge stress, and you must learn how to deal with stress. If you found this information interesting and helpful, please like this video, subscribe so that you don't miss any gut-wise tips.